welcome back to The Distressed Princess. I'm Rhonda. Today is the beginning of my Christmas craft series for 2021. I have some brand new ideas this year. I think you're going to love them all. So let's just see what I've got in store for you in today's video. For the first DIY today, you'll need 3 of these silver tinsel trees. Now, the wonderful thing about these is they are stackable, so you can make them as tall as you want. You will also need one of these plastic containers. They always have a variety of different colors and shapes of Christmas containers, but I like this one because it's the perfect size to turn upside down and put our stacked tree on top of. And surprisingly, the sticker came off really easy on this container. The next thing I did was paint the outside design of the container using my Rust-Oleum white chalk paint. You could use spray paint. I'm not a very good spray painter, and I don't like the setup of having to take everything outside to spray paint, so I just used my chalk paint inside the house. It took about 3 coats to cover the design. And since our tree is going to be sitting on top of this, I didn't paint the top. I conserved my paint. The next step is to decorate the base that we just made. And so I am using some ribbon from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to go around the top edge and the bottom edge of the base. I hot glued the ribbon in place, and then I began hot gluing the snowflake vase filler around the edge, and I alternated the silver ones and the white ones. Now we take our 3 stacked trees and we're going to hot glue that to the base. To decorate the tree, I'm just going to use some little pieces of this snowy eucalyptus. I only used 1 stem of it, and I used my wire cutters to just cut off some little pieces, and I tuck them right into the tree, and they stay because underneath this tinsel is a nice plastic frame that holds these little pieces in place. Now they have the perfect size crystal LED light up star for the top of our tree at the Dollar Tree. And I'm not really sure though if I'm going to light it up or not because I just like the crystal look to it. And that's it for this really cute snowflake tree. It was so fast to put together, and I think it's just the cutest thing. For the next one, the main ingredient is this really cute lantern. Can you even believe that this came from the Dollar Tree? I actually bought 2 of them in case I decide to use them as a pair somewhere. But yeah, I just am in love with this lantern. So all it really needs is just a little embellishment, and the Dollar Tree has the perfect stuff for that. Look at this garland with these frosty pine cones. They also have some that are like got gold instead of the white looking snow on them, which I'll use down the road. But for today's project, I'm just going to unwrap this garland and rewrap it around the bottom of this lantern. It's on a wire, so when I came to the end, I just tucked that wire underneath the rest of the wrapped wire, and it stays in place very well. I wanted to decorate the top of the lantern too, and so I'm using a little sprig of some frosted greenery that I'm going to cut into two pieces. And I'm going to use one of these wooden ornaments that came in this set from Walmart last year. But if you can't find this, I'm sure that there'd be any number of cute ornaments from the Dollar Tree or Walmart to use in its place. And I cut the sprig of greenery into two pieces to make a little swag, and I hot glued it right to the top. So basically, this project was only $2. Can you even believe how stinking cute $2 is? Check out the link in my description box to shop in my Amazon store, where you'll find all my favorite craft supplies and home decor items on a budget. One of my very favorite trending items to DIY with are these clear plastic Christmas balls. And last year I used these to put some Epsom salt and some fake snow into and a little sprig of greenery, and that is really cute. But I wanted to think of some new things to put inside these clear plastic balls, and so I'm going to try this Snowflake Garland from the Dollar Tree. This DIY could not be easier. Just feed the garland into the ball, and I did, I don't know, maybe a foot and a half worth inside, because if you get too much, then you can't see the individual little snowflakes hanging inside there. So I went minimal with it, and I cut off the amount that I thought looked good. And then I hot glued the end of the garland to the top inside of the ornament so that it stays in place and doesn't all just fall to the bottom. And then just replace the cap. To cutie pie it up some more, I hot glued some of that frosty greenery onto the top. And I wanted to use a snowflake, so I used one of those snowflakes from the first DIY, the vase filler styrofoam, and I hot glued it to the top of the cap. Something about those cute little snowflakes just hanging inside that clear ornament makes me so happy. It's just so cheerful. There are a few different things that you can use to make this next DIY, which is going to be a wreath. And this is what I had on hand, so this is what I'm using. But to make things simpler for yourself, if you have or have access to one of the just plain gold rings that you get at the Dollar Tree, that would be perfect because I had to dismantle this whole thing. I had to take all this greenery off and everything just to get to the little metal ring that's on the inside. And just like all the other DIYs today, it's just the simplest thing ever. Just take that really pretty snowflake garland from the Dollar Tree and wrap around the ring. To decorate it, I'm using one of these really cute ornaments from the Dollar Tree. And it is absolutely cute, just the way it is. However, I wanted to replace the red berries. Well, I want to take the red berries off altogether and replace the buffalo check bow so that it will match my other DIYs today a little better. So in its place, I'm going to use that more neutral striped Dollar Tree ribbon. I just made a little bow and hot glued it to the center. I hot glued the ornament to the wreath, and on the back side I used a gob of hot glue. I used a whole bunch because I wanted to make sure that it was going to really stay stuck. I did add a jute string hanger, which was just a piece of jute string I tied to the ring, and I didn't get that on camera, but here's the end result. My gosh, I love it so much. And here we have one of the metal Dollar Tree Christmas tree tea light holder deals. I bought this last year. This came from my stash out of last year's crafting supplies, but I'm going to revamp it. And you know, the first thing I'm going to do you think you can guess? That's right, I'm going to paint it white. And this one truly probably would be easier to spray paint, but as I said before, I'm not really good at that. I didn't want to go outside, so I'm just using my Rust-Oleum linen white chalk paint. And here are the ornaments from the Dollar Tree that I'm going to use on this Christmas tree. Of course, they are snowflakes, and they are already on these plastic fishing line type hangers. So I'm going to use those to just tie them right onto the Christmas tree. And the Dollar Tree LED tea lights fit perfectly inside this Christmas tree. So don't overlook those little metal trees if you see them in the Dollar Tree, because they can be transformed into something way cuter than what they started. Now let's take a look back at all of our Dollar Tree DIYs with a snowflake theme. Thanks for watching. If you're new, don't forget to hit the subscription button and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. And I'll see you next time. Bye.